Hi everyone, and welcome back to BrightPlans. Thank you so much for joining me again this week for a cash stuffing. I apologize that this is a little bit later than my usual posting. I actually finished all my budgeting and all of that, and I updated all my trackers. And then when I sat down for dinner tonight, I was suddenly hit by the realization that I never actually filmed the cash stuffing for today. So I apologize for the horrific lighting, but it is pretty late into the evening. There's also like thunderstorms outside, so it really just is not great weather, unfortunately. But I hope you guys all had a great 4th of July weekend, or are continuing to have a good 4th of July weekend. And I want to go ahead and get right ahead in our cash stuffing. So I do have all of my money already, my prop money already set to the side just to save some time. But I will be cash stuffing a total of $525 today. Okay, let me just move my little crocheted plant pin up there. And we're just going to go ahead and get started on with our spending binder. I actually did do quite a bit of spending from my spending binder. I mean, that's what the money is there for, but I think I've been so good about not really spending any money in general from any of my categories. So it felt weird to spend all this money, but it's okay. That's what it's there for, right? So gratitude is going to get $3 today. I just don't really like having non-rounded numbers or clean numbers in my envelope, so I'm adding 3. So now gratitude has 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, $15. $15 in gratitude. Okay. And then dining out. I was so good this week. I just went out for some coffee with a friend. So it's going to get $25 this week. Yes. Okay. Dining out now has 20, 40, 60, 65, 66, 67. Okay, good. And I don't think I have any other upcoming dinner plans this week, which is good. Fun, I also pulled quite a bit of money from because it is a holiday weekend. Fun is going to get its usual $50. So now Fun has 150, 70, 80, 81, 82, 83. $183, which is still a decent amount, thankfully. But I did end up spending, I think it was like over $100. But it's okay. I do want to continue stuffing this a little more aggressively, like the same way I have been, because I do have 2 upcoming weekend trips and I want to make sure I have money for that. But anyway, groceries is just gonna get $5. I don't think I spent anything from groceries this week. By the way, guys, it says groceries, but I don't actually use it for like weekly groceries. That's another separate expense prior to pulling out the money for my cash stuffings. This is more like for food and snacks, baking things, which is kind of like, I consider it a food related hobby. So I pull from here, or snacks here and there. So groceries, food is now has 20, 40, 50, 55, $56. 56. Okay. And then transportation, I've also been really good about this. So we're going to actually slow it down even more and just put $2. So transportation has 50, 60, 65, $67. I do want to try to get this to as close to $100, just so that if I have to take an Amtrak last minute for a last minute trip somewhere, I want to make sure I have the money for it. Miscellaneous is going to get $2 as usual, so now it has 52.4, so $54. Okay, and that's it for our spending envelope or spending binder. Sorry, I keep doing that. Next up is my pink short-term / low priority sinking funds. So household is going to get its usual $2. So household now has 20, 30, 32, 34, 36. $36. I think I'm gonna stop stuffing this once it hits 40 because I really don't have anything coming up anytime soon. And then Beauty is going to get $2. Okay, and now Beauty has 20, 40, 42, 44, 46, 48, 50, 52, 54. $54. I think last time I mentioned that I wanted to keep stuffing this to get color contacts, but actually, never mind the color contacts. I just have to keep stuffing it because I realized that most of my skincare, I don't think I'll have to buy any more skincare or beauty related items or sunscreens for the rest of this year. But my fear now from watching other people's videos is that I will run out of all of the things I need / use at the same time. So I want to just keep a steady cash stuffing for this. Fashion is actually, we're skipping fashion today, but I will count it. It's 50, 70, 80, 85, 90, $90. And yeah, that's that. I do have some shoes I want to get, so we'll see. Hobbies is going to get $3 today. We're going to do a $2 bill and one single. And this is again because I don't really like having weird numbers. So now Hobbies has 50, 60, 65, 67, 68, 69, $70. Right? $70 is much cleaner than $67. I don't even know if that makes sense or if other people feel that way too. Electronics is also getting skipped. So electronics has 20, 30, 35, 40, $40. And then holidays is also getting skipped, but I will count it for you guys. Holidays also has 20, 30, 35, $40. Just because I didn't end up using it for 4th of July weekend. So this one will probably end up going for Halloween costume related things. Spotify is just going to get $1 today. So Spotify now has 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15, 16, 17. Also, my last week's video, I don't know what happened, but counting my $2 bills and then switching over to my singles, I said that it was $14 instead of $16 in there, but it was $16. I apologize for any confusion. And then we're going to move on quickly to our long-term sinking funds, higher priority sinking funds. Christmas is going to get $10 today. So Christmas now has 100, 50, 60, 70, 80. So $180. Once it gets to $200, I'm going to condense this a bit. And then gifts is also getting $10. So gifts now has 50, 100, 10, 20, 30. So 130. This is okay. I don't need to condense it right now, I think. Family is going to get $5 today. So family now has 100, 10, 15, 20. 120. Okay. Trips. So trips actually took a big hit this week. I'm going to add $50, but I had to pay for some stuff for a weekend trip. So, yeah, $140 has left from this envelope. So now I have $150, $70, $90, $200 flat. And I think I'm going to try to continue to stuff $50 in trips as much as I can. So 50 for fun, 50 for trips. And then medical is another category that's going to be a little bit different now. So medical is now actually going to get $30 every week. $30. And that is because, ladies and gentlemen, I finally started therapy. Now, it's not that I'm going through anything necessarily, but I always just believe that therapy is something that everyone should have access to and should do regularly, just because I think it's important to really prioritize your mental health. Unfortunately, because of insurance issues, I could never find a therapist who was taking on new clients who also accepted my insurance. But with this new job that I started cash stuffing with, I was able to have someone take my insurance. Had my first session Tuesday, last week. Yeah. And it was interesting. I mean, we didn't really delve too deep into anything yet because it was just our first session, but I do have a $25 copay each time. So I want to make sure I stuff at least $30 so that I continue to build the envelope slowly with for other medical copays and stuff too and expenses. But I'm covering that I at least have the 25 for each week's copay. So let's give this a count. Now it has 100, 20, 40, 50, 55. So 155. So yeah, I will be stuffing $30 a week at minimum. And then if I have more to stuff, I will be stuffing more. Dental is going to continue to get its usual $5. So dental now has $50, $55, $60, $65. You would think that, I won't have to keep stuffing this because I just have a regular routine visit coming up. But the thing about dental work is you never know when you're going to have to do something. And dental work often charges a lot of costs, like out of pocket. And it can get insanely expensive. So always want to keep a kind of like a dental emergency fund, so to speak. Speaking of emergency fund, we are going to stuff our emergency fund with $10 today. Oh, wait. So now it has 1,000, 20, 40, 50, 55, 60, $1,060. And moving on to our cash savings, also going to get $10. So it's going to have the same amount as my emergency, 1,000, 20, 40, 50, 55, 60. 1,060. And then car fund. Car fund is going to get, oh goodness, is going to get its usual $200. So now car fund has 1,000, 100, 200, 300, 400, 5, 6, 7, $800. So 1,800, which isn't enough for me to mark off my next car on my tracker, but we'll get there. And then investment, it's getting its usual $100. So now it has $100, $200, $300, $400, $500. Yay! Okay. So that is all for today. I hope you guys enjoyed. And again, I'm so sorry about the poor quality of the lighting. I am trying to work on kind of having a space that I use regularly for my cash stuffings. And I know a lot of people have very aesthetic cash stuffing setups. And I aspire to be a little bit more like them, but in my own little way. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you for joining me again this week, and I will see you guys next week. Bye.